Hello and welcome to another episode of BB True Crime. I'm Beth.
I'm Becky.
And today we have a special episode 40, or the fourth special episode, which is Daddy Deaths.
Dead Padres.
This was your choice.
It was my request.
Yep.
I was going through things.
Yep, that's fair. Now, surprisingly, this was super hard to research for. Because,
I like making you work for it. I like making you work for
the
it.
struggle I had was that, don't get me wrong, a lot of dads get killed.
I was going to say, when you were like, I was struggling to find cases, I was like, bro, what do you mean?
However, it's not often fathers alone that get murdered.
Oh, so it's normally like mother and father.
Yes.
Or like father and child.
Yes.
Got it.
Or it's killed both the parents go to killing spree or, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah, very rarely is it only the father that's killed. So yeah,
She struggled.
I really did struggle. Which is why, like, one of these cases is really old.
Hey, but you know what? That adds a new perspective to it, doesn't it? We're like mixing things up. It doesn't have to be the same thing in the same time, in the same method. Like, let's shake it up a bit, you know?
I had very limited. It's like, loads of things came up, you know, like the Menendez brothers. But again,
fair.
Both parents, you know.
Free the Menendez brothers.
Both, yeah, no, I agree. Time served.
Honestly.
But yeah, both parents. So
yeah,
and also we've done that one.
We have.
That actually did quite well. To be fair, we did.
To be fair, it's the Menendez brothers. Like,
is.
what a controversial case to sink your teeth into.
But yeah, so really hard, surprisingly. I did not think it was going to be as hard as it was.
I like making you work for these things. I can't make it too easy for you, can I?
Because, well, the thing is, you said either mothers or fathers, and it couldn't be both. So I was just like, well, I can't cheat then and do, like, a case that has both of them die.
Yeah. No.
So, yeah, but I managed to find 3.
Very proud.
As always, because we always do 3.
We do 3 cases, always.
During this special.
I would like to say I'm still recovering from the baby deaths.
Hey, that episode did quite well. Alright?
Bro.
That's why we're just going to also name this one Daddy Deaths.
Oh my god.
Straight to the point.
I needed Jesus after that episode. I was depressed.
But the whole point of the special episode is basically one of us picks a theme. We take it in turns picking themes. We do 3 smaller cases that get put into one episode.
Yes. Which is always fun to look at, like, overarching themes with cases and any similarities and stuff. Because sometimes you miss that, you know.
Yeah.
Connecting cases to other cases, although we do talk pretty...
But there's
a lot of
it
tangents.
also covers a lot of, like, really small, not well-known cases
Yeah.
that you probably wouldn't normally have covered immediately on the podcast. So that's good. But yeah, next special episode, obviously number 50,
Beth's choice.
will be murder-suicides. So
I'm down for a murder-suicide, to be fair. Or 3, as the case may be.
3, yeah. So
we've just got 10 more episodes to do until we get there.
Yeah, true, yeah. But yeah, we'll have to after we've recorded this one, we'll have to have a look, pick which ones we'll do next, and then we'll record them in a few weeks' time. And
it will be a few weeks. I'll make sure. I'll come down if I have to.
It's alright.
We'll figure it out because we need to get on a better schedule.
Probably so, but to be fair,
but we're doing our best. We're doing our best.
And
you guys are really patient with us, which we appreciate.
Yeah. And we still have very frequent listeners, especially. Germany is actually our top country.
Germany? Okay, shout out the Germans. Thank you, boys.
And then the USA is actually our top country.
That is not what I was expecting, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously we still get the common listener in Australia and Poland.
Yes!
We know who you are.
We know who you are.
But yeah, obviously, again, if you have a case that you want us to cover that we haven't covered yet, obviously let us know. We are active on Facebook and Twitter. And our podcasts are available through Spotify and a lot of other podcast-specific streaming sites like Apple. Oh God, I don't even know what the rest of them are. There's loads I've never heard of.
We had Patreon, haven't we?
We're on there. What?
Patreon?
We do. I don't think we have that at the minute, correct?
Okay, that's fair.
But, yeah. So, let's get into it.
Let's do it. I'm ready.
3 killings of fathers.
Okay.
So we're going to start off with the old case.
Okay.
And so basically, the 3 cases we have, 1 is a lady, 2 are guys.
Okay.
So we're starting off with the lady. So
The old-fashioned lady.
Yes.
Marvellous.
So her name is Beatrice Cenci.
Beatrice. It's a nice name.
An Italian noblewoman.
Oh.
Who was executed for the murder of her father, Count Francesco Cenci, in 1599.
1599?
So she was killed for the killing of her father.
To be fair, very, very in place with the times.
Yes,
yeah.
Yes, but like I said, her father was the count. And
That
she
probably
obviously a
definitely didn't help.
noblewoman.
Yes.
Yeah. But from what it sounds like, good reason. Good reason to kill him. So her mother died when she was just 7.
Aww.
At which point Beatrice and her older sister Antonia were sent to a monastery to be raised.
Okay.
Which I guess is probably normal for the time.
Yes, fathers wouldn't have been expected to raise children after the mother died at that time.
Yeah. Well, probably not also royal ones.
Right.
The count was always known to be a very abusive patriarch.
Oof.
The count was very violent, always very well known to his children.
Okay.
And to his first wife.
Okay.
In addition to that, he also was known to rape Beatrice.
Valid.
Several
Stamp of
times.
approval.
Several times.
Stamp of approval.
Yep. So
we are 6 minutes in, and already this man has my death of approval.
Yeah. Clear motive.
Yep.
Fair enough.
So valid.
Solid.
Mm-hmm.
He did actually get imprisoned for doing that to Beatrice.
Oh.
Surprisingly.
That is surprising. That is surprising me. That has.
Considering he's royalty.
Yeah, considering he's nobility as well. Like.
So
that would.
Fair enough.
Protect him from quite a bit.
It didn't say how long.
Okay.
But yeah, he did go to jail for that.
I mean, to be fair, even an acknowledgement that it happened is out of the ordinary for times.
How public it was.
Yeah.
But due to his noble status, he was released quite early.
Yeah.
So he didn't spend, from the sound of it,
I mean,
long.
to be fair, we saw that coming, didn't we?
Yeah, but he did spend some time in, I don't know if it's like the cells or what, but...
Jail.
Upon learning of his attempts of doing that kind of thing by Beatrice and his second wife, so sorry if I say this wrong, Lucrezia Petroni, conspired together.
Oh.
They tried to prolong his incarceration, but when they found out he was probably going to get released early because he was noble. However, it obviously didn't work.
Yeah.
So the Count expelled both his daughter Beatrice and his second wife for this attempt to try and make him stay in prison longer. He expelled them both to a rural castle in the Abruzzi Mountains.
Okay. Banished.
Yeah.
Banished.
A little bit of punishment for them.
Do you know what?
So.
Worth it.
To rid them, they both decided when they were put in this castle that this man's got to go.
Yeah.
This man's got to go.
I feel like that's not a disrespectful kind of choice, you know, like...
I feel like, yeah.
Serial abuser and rapist that was put in prison but then got out really early.
Yeah.
And has now banished them for... Which I can understand is a betrayal from his point of view, that his wife and daughter would have the sheer audacity with the little golden stars. But at the same time, I understand. I'm still on board.
Yeah.
I'm still on board.
So yeah, they were like, right.
Death.
He needs to go.
He gotta go.
You know, because he was very much a captor and tormentor. So.
And I don't doubt that he wasn't, you know, still tormenting them even with them.
Probably, yeah. So Beatrice, right, also I have to say, this is probably the only case where, in terms of the 3 we've got for today, where, in terms of killing the father, they have accomplices.
Okay, so this is the only one where, like, it's the wife and the daughter.
Kind of.
Okay.
Yeah. Whereas the other ones, it is just
The sons.
the guys killing the dads. Yeah. So,
but at the same time, interesting, isn't it? That the two males
I mean, I
were
guess
completely
maybe,
independent.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's like strength based.
Yeah. Or maybe it was one a sign of the times, like, back then,
Maybe,
how could a
yeah.
woman ever be allowed to be in a position where she could do such things? It would be interesting to look into, that would.
So Beatrice, along with 3 other Sensi family members, plotted to kill Francisco.
Oh, okay, so there's 4 of them that want this man dead.
Yes.
Marvellous.
Oh, no. 5.
5 of them.
Beatrice.
And then
3
4
other
family members.
Sensis,
Oh,
second
and
wife.
the wife.
Yeah.
God, it's just 5 of
Let's
them.
just say...
This man is detested.
Yeah,
Damn.
like, it's public. So they planned to drug him
Okay,
during a visit to the castle.
okay. That's a good start. Incapacitate
That
him.
plan failed.
Shit.
Yeah. So Beatrice, with her siblings,
Okay.
and their stepmother, the second wife,
Mhm.
instead bludgeoned him to death with a hammer and threw his body off the balcony to try and disguise the murder as an accident.
Oh, like he was drunk and he fell.
Yeah.
Right. I'm guessing that didn't work.
No, it did not.
Nah.
No, it did not. Not believing the cause of death to be accidental, instantly, the Pal Pal police,
Just move on. Move on.
open an investigation.
She's
to be
having a
like, what the
seizure.
fuck? Although efforts were made to hide their actions, including Beatrice's lover died under torture because the police were trying to get the truth out of him.
So they were torturing him for information.
And also, I'm going to assume it's a him because it doesn't actually say, but going to assume. But yeah, they were trying to get Beatrice's lover to divulge the truth.
Oh, okay, because they thought that he would be...
I don't actually think they were involved.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like...
Because it sounds like a family affair kind of thing. But no, he or she didn't...
They died.
They never actually said a word. And they died under torture.
Loyalty!
Loyal to the end.
Yes!
Loyal to the end.
We respect you.
And
Unknown they, them lover.
they also...
Ooh.
And I feel like this goes against my thing of them only killing the father, but fuck it. We're too deep now.
Okay. Hit me.
They also, but this was only in the attempt to cover up
Okay. Who did they kill?
It didn't say the name, but someone called a vassal. I don't know what a vassal. Let me Google what a vassal is. Vassal. A holder of land.
Oh, so someone who holds something in someone else's
Something about
stead.
the allegiance, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, they also took him out because he somehow became aware of who it was that killed the count. And so they were like, well, this bitch gotta go quick. Yeah. So
to be fair,
often
I don't consider that as
a
a deviation
because that was like
that
a thing
was
to cover it up.
That was sheerly a kind of a crime of necessity.
Yeah.
Like when you're stabbing somebody and the cleaner walks in and you're like pew pew.
You're gonna have to go. Yeah.
You know, it's an unfortunate situation, but we only came here planning to actually murder one person.
Yeah.
You just
Which
got bad
they did
timing.
do, but then another
Man
person
had bad
fell
timing.
into it. Yeah. But yeah, the plot was eventually discovered. Obviously.
To be fair, we saw that coming.
Yeah.
As well.
So 4 members of the Sensi family were arrested and sentenced to death.
No.
In spite of mass protests by the people.
Because this man was a violent, awful individual. Yes.
In their defence, obviously the people and everyone understood and sympathised with the reasons that they did it.
Valid, honestly, valid.
Obviously, it was all public, because obviously the guy's already been sent to jail for raping his daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, times.
even back then, raping your own child was considered problematic. Rape somebody else back then, fine. But raping
Debatable.
But they wouldn't get the public and the people wouldn't get so involved as to actively turn against the nobility unless it was something truly taboo.
Yeah.
And your own child was considered what we even say today is a step too far.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
So to be for the people who were entirely in those times dependent upon the nobility of the area, because all the nobility had to say was, "You're done," and you were gone. You lost all your land, your entitlements, your ownership to anything. You were done. You were destitute. So for these people to step up against this nobility and be like, "Brother, this was valid," that is wild.
Yeah. But yeah, there was mass protests in their defense all throughout Rome, with understanding and sympathizing for the reasons why they.
Everybody being like, why are we basically arresting somebody for self-defense?
Yeah, valid reasons. Yeah. Pope Clement the VIII.
Of course, the Pope's involved.
Feared that there would be, from this being so public, feared there would be a spate of familial murders similar to this. They're basically copycats.
Yeah. Not even maybe copycats. People who just followed their example of dealing with things. Yeah,
he thought there would be that if he went lenient on them.
Oh.
Other people being like, "Oh, I did it for the same reasons."
Or using that as an excuse.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see the worry. See the worry
there. He was like, "I can't be lenient on it, even if there is good reason, because I don't want to."
We don't want
indict other people to do it, or have other people do it as an excuse.
We don't want to set a precedent of, oh, if they're a bad man, you can do whatever you like.
Yeah.
Okay, I can understand that.
Yeah. So, on September 11th, 1599, Beatrice Cenci was beheaded on Sant'Angelo Bridge, as was Lucrezia, who was the second wife.
Wife, yeah.
Her younger brother,
Giangi?
No. Giansimo. Okay. So sorry, Italian people. So sorry.
She's trying her hardest.
Was publicly tortured before having his head smashed in with a mallet. Why?
So murdered much the way his own father was, but for being a good boy, not a bad boy. Okay.
Yeah. So
that makes so much sense.
Great. Beatrice's younger brother, Bernardo, who was 12.
Not a 12-year-old?
He was spared execution.
Oh.
But the family properties, everything that they had and owned was confiscated by the church.
Ah, okay. So he too was destitute.
And then also, because they couldn't kill him because he was 12, technically he was still involved in the murder.
Yeah.
So he was sentenced to life as a gallery slave.
Forever. Life on the ships was not fun. I've seen documentation of people who were imprisoned in the galleys of ships, and bro, the living conditions. Most of these people died of infection and sickness, and it wasn't even like they were in bed dying. You were rowing until you died.
Yeah.
You were fever of 104, shivering, shaking, vomiting, all this awful stuff, and you weren't actually thrown overboard until you were dead at the oar. And then they chucked you over, and they put somebody else in your seat. And the seat was still sweaty from your dead body.
Cursed.
It was... Oh my god. But I got really interested because it's actually... I was watching a film... I think it was Ben-Hur. Horrific adaptation of a biblical story.
Right.
But basically he's a Jewish nobleman in Roman occupied territory, Rome, basically. But because he was a Jewish, he was looked down on, and basically he was framed for a crime he didn't commit, and he was sentenced to be a slave in a galley. And the only part of that film that inspired any kind of emotion from me was that scene where he's it's the torture he goes through for 10 years, and he never sees the sun. He subsided on stale water and stale bread, and it was absolutely vile. And I was like, this cannot be an actual thing. So in true ADHD fashion, I went on a deep dive of astronomical proportions and deeply regretted it. But yeah, it was an actual thing, and it was considered to be one of the worst punishments that you could give somebody. It's why that it was given to this character, because they couldn't execute him. But this was genuinely considered to be far, far worse than execution. This was like burning at the stake, kind of. It was prolonged agony. And to this day, it makes me feel sick when I think about it.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm glad I've got a cup of tea here to soothe my stomach, because I'm actually making myself sick for talking about it. So, we're going to move on.
Yeah.
And he was 12.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, God knows
Awful.
like, how long he lived for after that.
That was a massive tangent, but thank you, boys.
But yeah, so that was the first case. I thought that was quite interesting.
Valid,
well
to be fair.
deserved.
Yeah. The first one is definitely that was a valid hit. Kind of sad that they all had to die for it.
Yeah. Well, except for the
slave, 12-year-old boy.
Probably did die eventually. Or...
Oh, he absolutely died for it. But to be fair, I mean, I think he got the worst, because at least the other ones died quickly.
Not the one that was tortured to death and then bludgeoned in the street with a mallet.
Okay. Other than him.
Yeah.
But even then, that would have only taken a couple of... Even then, the torturing and the bludgeoning probably happened within a few days.
You don't know how long the torturing lasted.
Yeah, but this boy, he would have been alive for years in agony. And, bro, that's worse than death, because he still died. He had no life.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't even human anymore. He was a piece of meat. And he wasn't even a well-respected piece of meat.
Unfortunately, they were very much cast as, like, examples, weren't they? Don't kill your fathers, even
but
if they're
to be
pieces of
fair,
shit.
It worked.
Yeah, well...
Because clearly there wasn't a string of fucking patricides afterwards.
No, there wasn't. Well, not that I'm aware of, anyway. Yeah, Beatrice.
No. I stand by the fact that 12-year-old boy got the worst end of the stick there.
Yeah.
I stick by that.
So, the next case we have is a guy called Thomas Gilbert Jr. No, so these two are, like, more modern.
I'm going to take a guess and say that the person who died is Thomas Gilbert Sr.
Doesn't actually say.
Really?
I imagine he's a senior.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't actually know.
Oh, okay.
So this one's quite a short one.
Okay.
And then we got a little bit of a longer last one to end upon. So
we'll have the short one in the middle.
Yeah, so these are our two men that kill their
father.
Okay,
these are our modern boys.
So this guy just gives me, like, American Psycho vibes. So, take that how you will.
Got it.
So, he resided in New York City.
Okay, he's a New York boy.
Was the son of a prosperous hedge fund manager. So, quite a wealthy family.
Yes.
I'd imagine.
Very affluent.
I don't actually think I know when this happened.
Oh.
Let me do a quick Google. Let me just see.
We're hopping on Google again, boys. Hopping onto Google.
Junior.
I keep asking you all these questions that keep requiring Beth to go on Google. God bless her.
Well, that is a wrestler, so it's not that guy.
Not that dude. Curious. I do like New York. I have relatives who live in New York. The state, not the city.
Yeah.
Did you know that? That New York was a state, not a city? So if you live in New York, the city, technically you live in New York, New York. Because New York City in New York, the state.
I believe it was
wild.
2019.
2019?
Yes.
Damn, that's recent.
So, yes, it's very recent.
Oh, we have a bond.
Let me see. I've also got the article.
Me and this guy, we both have dead parents in 2019.
Yeah.
Bonds.
Let's see if I can find the father's name. Thomas Gilbert Sr. There we go.
I knew he was a senior.
January the 4th. Oh, okay. Sorry. The crime happened on 2015. He was sentenced in 2019.
Okay.
So still quite recent, to be fair.
Yeah, still pretty recent. That's the year I went to university, 2015.
Sounds like you said 2050 then.
2015?
That's wrong.
It is wrong. 2050 would indeed be incorrect. I'm not a time traveller.
I wasn't in college then.
Huh?
I was only in college then.
Yeah, because you were a year behind me, and then I resat a year, so I'm technically 2 years behind you. 2 years ahead of you, technically.
It's 2012,
I should have been.
I was in, I want to say, year 9, so yeah, I would have been in college, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
That's why. Sometimes I forget there's actually an age difference between us, you know?
Yeah. Well, it's only a year and a half, isn't it? It's the same as me and Martin, but you're just slightly, you're just a bit older.
I am. It's literally, I think it's like a week and a half.
No, he's in November.
Is he?
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who was it?
I'll
Someone
tell
I
you
recently
what.
discovered who's only just a bit younger than me.
The audience won't know who this is, but I found out at the barbecue
Yeah.
that me and Kev,
Yeah.
I am a few days older than him.
Absolutely.
I best believe I rubbed that in. I was like, I win.
You better grind that directly into the wound like a ball of salt.
So I was like, huh.
Do you know what you should call him Little Kev because he's younger than you.
Oh no.
Yeah.
He'll be like, who the fuck's Big Kev? Me.
Me. Beth is Big Kev.
Me now. Wow. Okay.
You should just call him Little Kev from now on. That'll piss him off so much.
People in the audience gonna be like, who the fuck is Kev? It doesn't matter. Anyway, moving on.
Context
So-
is required for that one, guys.
Just a little tidbit I had to tell Becky there.
Go for it.
So yeah, quite a wealthy family.
Okay.
So he had a Princeton education.
Ooh, fancy.
Clip. Pardon me.
Good God, Beth.
Sorry, little T-burp. Sorry, so sorry.
Princeton's
Um,
Ivy League, though, isn't it? Which
I don't
makes
fucking
sense.
know, and I don't fucking care
Beth.
about the American school system.
Beth, that wasn't a question, that was a statement.
All right, sure.
Just say yes.
Okay.
There we go.
Clearly it didn't help him in not committing murders, so, you know. So Gilbert Jr., he faced employment challenges. I'm just gonna say it. He gives me, like, a pompous asshole vibe, so maybe that's why.
He's the son of a hedge fund manager who went to Princeton. That
Pompous
tells you
ass.
everything.
Yeah,
I was going to say.
exactly, so...
Basically in his genetics.
But he rumedly did
Rumedly.
battle with anxiety and depression.
Okay.
At
enough.
the age of 30, he was living alone,
Okay.
but actually being supported financially by his father.
Okay.
Despite his parents' efforts to help him out in his life, you know, job-wise, financially-wise,
Don't tell me these parents
however
are
the
actually
fuck
good
else.
eggs.
They sounded like good
Oh.
people. Gilbert Jr. refused to seek any professional help, which led to them taking drastic measures.
Okay, yeah, because if you've got someone who's not actually doing anything, you're going to need to...
He doesn't have a job, like, not
He's
that
not
that's,
trying
like, a
to
bad
get a
thing.
job.
Exactly, yeah. He's just leeching off his parents' money,
Yeah.
and sounds
Which-
like it's a more lavish lifestyle as well.
Yeah.
Um,
Not I'm eating instant noodles out of the pack, but I'm ordering myself a £40 steak every time I go out to dinner and it's daddy's credit card.
Yeah, literally. So I understand. So they decided, once they decided they needed to probably do something to
Cut him
reduce
off?
his allowance, reduce it, not cut him off,
To be
but
fair,
reduce it.
that seems fair to me.
And they hoped that it would encourage him to maybe seek some more help, or to actually do something.
I'm guessing actually what really happened.
Wrong.
Yeah, it's inspired a fit of rage.
Yeah, no, he did not take that well.
Yeah.
Which just fits the pompous asshole vibe,
Yeah.
honestly.
And entitled.
Yes.
So massively entitled, it sounds.
So it was the day of that one of this reduction
Okay.
things happened, that he showed up at his parents' Park Avenue apartment.
Okay.
He asked his mum to go to the store for
And gave mum out the house. Yep.
Yes. So that he could have a private conversation with his father, probably regarding money,
Yes.
if we're gonna go off what we know.
When in doubt, talk to daddy.
When his mother returned, she found her husband lying dead on the floor with a gun in his hand. So he'd not only killed his father, but made it look like a suicide.
Damn! Can I have a
however,
little bitch?
It was a very clumsy attempt by the son. And he was immediately arrested.
Okay.
And convicted of a second-degree murder.
Second degree?
Second degree, because I guess they didn't have enough, like,
Well,
to know that
to
it
be
was,
fair,
like, planned.
To be fair, first degree murder, you have to be able to prove beyond reasonable doubt that their intention before
there
the
that
act
day,
and before
was to
arriving
kill
at the time was to
It
kill
could
them.
have just been like they had an argument.
And then it led
then it-
to him, yeah.
So
But at the same time, the act of getting the mother out of the house.
yeah, but true, yeah, but it
Feels a little
does feel
premeditated.
Like, it does sound like that the father was like the head of the money.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess there might have been a genuine thing to get her out of the house for them to have that private conversation.
But the thing for me is, in my head, I find it difficult to differentiate between somebody sitting there on Monday and saying, I'm going to kill somebody on Friday, and somebody sitting across from somebody and saying, I don't like what you're saying to me, I'm now going to kill you. It for me, there doesn't feel like there's a moral difference there.
I know, but you have to be able to prove it in court.
I know.
If you don't have enough to prove that it was planned,
I know
it is
legally
just gonna go
premeditation
second.
is required.
Yeah.
But for me, morally speaking, there's no difference. If you can prove that you didn't intend to kill someone, for example, you went to meet somebody, you shoved them, they tripped and they hit the back of their head on a corner or something.
Yeah.
And then they died. Fine, okay, that wasn't premeditated. Murder was not the intention. And I mean, how many arguments do you get into where you fucking lose your shit? Like, bro, shit happens. But when you've made a conscious decision, there's a gun. You've made a decision to approach a man with that gun, shoot him in the head in a fashion that could be explained by suicide.
It doesn't say whose gun it is.
Yeah.
Also, if it was like genuinely belonging to the dad.
But the thing is even then, like,
it's just another reason
that just feels a little bit too thought out.
It might have been, but at the end of the day, it's about proving it. So if you can give a good enough argument, you can just prove that it wasn't. So.
Yeah, I suppose.
The mother, obviously heartbroken.
Yeah.
She's lost 2 people. Actually asked the judge to give leniency as well.
Okay.
To the son.
That kind of defeats the whole purpose, honey.
But, despite the fact that the murder was seen as like execution style.
Yeah.
She gave them a handwritten victim statement.
Basically begging them not to take her son from her as well, basically.
Yeah, she said, my husband would still be alive today if we had got him, her son, to a psychiatric hospital 15 years ago. But he did get sentenced to 30 years.
Okay.
Even though it was a second degree.
To be fair, 30 years for a second degree is a while.
Yeah, the son was 34, father was 70. The mom is trying to say that the son has schizophrenia, but nothing was really proven.
Right, okay.
Yeah, because from other sources I found when I was researching it, it was like anxiety and depression.
Yeah.
But then she's trying to say it's schizophrenia.
Well, I mean, to be fair, like
obviously
depression,
you could have all of that.
Depression, like, even when you have depression, you can have like extreme highs and extreme lows. Like, you can have days where like you're euphoric and life's great and you're chatty and you're socializing and you're living your best life, and then there's days where you want to shoot yourself in the head. Like,
yeah. But I've never wanted to shoot someone else in the head.
No, but if someone's telling you that the one good thing in your life you won't be able to have anymore, that could objectively send you into a blind fit of rage profound enough to shoot somebody else in the head. Possibly.
So, weirdly, I've just read this. This doesn't make sense because what I researched it off said that the gun was found in the father's hand.
Okay.
But this is saying, so there's a few inconsistencies here, so I'm apologising for that.
No.
This is saying that, yes, investigators, it was staged as a suicide, but a search warrant of the son's apartment uncovered the murder weapon. So, So, if it was staged as a suicide, the article I had that talked about it said it was found in his hand. But yeah, this is saying unless there's 2 separate guns, the father owned a gun and he owned a gun.
Oh, so he used his gun and then put his father's gun in the hand.
Yeah, okay. See, that would make sense for that inconsistency. So I'm going to assume
So
it's
the
that.
actual murder weapon
Yeah.
that he actually used was at his place.
Took back to his place, yeah.
But to throw the police off the scent, he put a second weapon
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
in the father's hand to be
Yeah.
like, oh, you don't need to look for a gun, there's a gun right here.
Yeah. So, okay, that makes more sense. But yeah, the mum also asked them not to put him in prison, but in a psychiatric hospital near where they lived as well.
I'm guessing he still went to prison.
Yeah, he still went to prison. She tried to say that's what her husband would have wanted, but debatable.
I mean, as a parent, from like a perspective of trying to like do right by your child now that your partner is dead, I can absolutely understand why the mother was like, please don't just throw him in jail, like get him help. But at the same time, like what you want for your child as a parent isn't necessarily what they need.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I agree.
And this guy absolutely lost his shit and killed somebody. So like,
with clear motive.
with clear motive, and money, the oldest fucking motive in the book.
Agreed, yeah. The jury didn't buy the mental health defense.
Yeah.
And his defense were also trying to get him 15 years. Obviously, he ended up getting 30.
Okay.
But yeah, no, basically the judge, the attorney literally just said basically he might have psychiatric problems, maybe he does. But at the end of the day, there's other people that have it and don't kill people.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, psychiatric issues, yes. Causing you to murder somebody? No.
Yeah.
Lots of people have anxiety, depression, you and myself included. You don't see us losing our shit with people who have done wrong by us and shooting someone in the head, do you?
Yeah. Yeah, the jury deliberated for 2 days.
2 days?
Yeah. But, so yeah, second degree murder and 2 counts of criminal possession of a weapon. So yeah. Yeah, it does seem more premeditated than anything, to be fair. But you know, it got put as a second degree, so fair enough.
I mean, second degree with 30 years, secondary doesn't normally get you 30 years.
True, but if he's at ultimate good behaviour, he could get out in like 15, so.
For sure.
It didn't say that it was without parole,
but
so.
But a lot of the time secondary murder is like 10, 15 years to begin with, and then like 6, 7 years on good behaviour. So the fact that he's...
Yeah, I just think it was because that it's kind of... Even if you can't fully prove it was premeditated and give him a first degree, it does seem very premeditated, so...
Respectfully, there was a lot of thought and intent that went into that.
Yeah.
And as well, like, there was a lot that he did actively to cover it up as well.
Exactly, and I think
there was
that
a lot of
makes it
deception
more...
afterwards.
Yeah. If it was like, you did it in the moment kind of thing,
yeah,
he could have just, like, owned up to it and like, probably got less
or
time.
just left it as it is.
Yeah.
And run.
But
he went through the motions of making it look...
up, tried to say it was something else.
Yes, and the thing is... Okay, so he goes there to talk about the money. They get into an argument.
That's what I imagine happened.
He pulls a gun on his father.
Yeah.
Yeah? What normally happens in that situation? They struggle over the weapon. Now, most of the time, people go, the weapon just went off. Yeah. Or they're just like, the weapon just went off, which normally results as a bullet to the chest to somebody.
But it sounds like it was
But
side
the fact
of the head.
is, but the fact is he took that moment to stop, think about the situation before him, and then made it look like a suicide, which involves so much more.
And then concealed the weapon.
And then concealed the weapon, and then made it look like a suicide, and then put his weapon back at his... There was a lot that he did afterwards, and during the altercation, that doesn't make me believe that it was just a crime of passion.
No, but also, if it was a side of the head execution style blow...
He must have been incapacitated in some kind of way.
Or it's like the classic, make him kneel kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like you would in an execution.
Yeah.
But yeah, that doesn't give me like the struggle for the weapon vibe.
No, exactly. So it feels like he definitely manipulated that situation into the father dying. It doesn't feel like things just escalated.
It just sounds like, I assume the argument was like...
Remember when we said this was going to be the short one?
Well,
I love it when this happens.
I assume it'll be like, the argument will be like, I'm reducing your money again. It's like, no, father, don't do it. And then the father's like, no, I'm actually going to do it though.
Actually, I've already done it.
And he's like, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's when he's like, okay, pulls the gun out, do it or I'll kill you.
Yeah, and the father's
you're dead.
like, no.
And then
or
guess
like,
what? All of your money goes to me anyway. Because they'll never catch me, because people think they'll never catch you. People are always like that, oh, you'll never catch me. The police will never catch me. The police will catch you. You dumb.
But yeah, so. What a guy.
That was undeserved.
Pompous arsehole.
That was the absolute opposite of the last one.
Yeah, it really was, wasn't it?
When you had, like, the bad parent and the kid just trying to protect themselves, and then completely inverted, the parent just trying to protect the kid and help the kid, and the kid just lashing out.
No, but that's the thing, it's, like, the guys killing their dads seems very... They're not for
self-centered.
They're not for self-defense purposes.
Yeah.
The women killing their dads...
It's to protect themselves from further violence.
Is the vibe that it seems to be, because the next one, the last one we've got to do, he just gives me, whereas the second guy was like pompous arsehole, like American Psycho vibes, this guy just gives me just psychopath vibes.
Okay.
Just like no feeling.
Yeah.
Just
I don't like you,
angry
you're dead.
Guy, yeah. Also premeditated.
Oh, okay.
So
at least we've got one now.
Yeah. So this guy, very recent, 2022.
2022. Okay.
So,
alright.
Or at least is when he
was charged.
Yeah.
Okay.
So could have been a couple of years beforehand, but this is probably the latest one. So the guy's called James Edward Riley.
James Edward Riley.
May 12th, 2022.
Okay.
46-year-old James Edward Riley pleaded guilty to the second-degree murder of his father. Again,
second degree again.
But again, I'm assuming it's a hard thing to prove if there isn't a crazy amount of evidence. But I think this guy probably should have got premeditated.
To be fair, the thing is how do you prove the thought process?
Yeah, true.
The only thing that you can do really is where the thought process has become physical action. So if he's bought supplies, or if he's intentionally done certain things to create a scenario where this would happen, or if he's accidentally voiced things in the past with witnesses.
No, but I think from some of the things that they found in this case, he should have got first degree.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
alright. I'm intrigued.
But
he's older as well.
He is. He did also plead guilty. Well, the son, beforehand in the other case, was in his mid-30s.
He was 34. Yeah, but this guy's 47.
46.
46, that's an age.
But yeah, he did plead guilty to second degree.
Especially for killing your daddy.
And his father was 73-year-old Edward Riley. So, basically the same name.
What I'm hearing is never name your son after yourself, because it only creates issues.
So, again, the victim's wife discovered the body.
Oh.
In the trunk of, I'm assuming, the victim's car, at the family farm.
Damn, that's a cold-hearted.
Yeah. His wife told police that she had returned from running errands, and noticed that her husband's car was parked in a weird location.
Okay.
Like somewhere he wouldn't normally have parked.
To be fair, my parents both had very specific ways and places that they parked their car. Yeah. And you could even tell when my dad had parked my mum's car, because my mum always got the car perfectly straight in the wheel grooves, and dad always did it at a 45-degree angle.
Yeah, yeah. So it was that kind of vibe. The vibes are funky. Yeah, so obviously she looked around the car, investigated, and then found his body in the trunk.
Okay.
And it was also covered in tarp, so a slight attempt to cover it up.
Yeah.
She also noticed a pail of dirt and a hoe nearby, or I don't know if it was also in the trunk. Her son, James Edward, wasn't home at the time.
Okay.
She then called the police.
Okay. Be like, "Whelp, dead body, help me."
Yeah. So, obviously, the son was an immediate suspect.
Yeah. Immediate family always are, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
They have the most access.
And obviously, if it's the partner dying, it's usually the other one that's there. But yeah, so he initially denied of any involvement in his father's death. What he said when he was first questioned is that he saw two men hanging around the property shortly before the murder.
Two invisible men. I love it.
Yeah.
The classic misdirect.
And he also told the police he had a feeling he was being set up. Sure, babe. Sure.
Right out the gate.
Yeah.
Right out the gate.
Yeah.
Two invisible men were stood over there. I didn't see their faces, but
And
they
they're
were there,
setting
and I
me
feel
up.
like I'm being set up.
Mm-hmm.
That is, you know that Shakespearean line, "Methinks he doth protest too much"?
Mm-hmm.
It's reminding me of that.
Yeah.
You've already got an answer for everything.
Either way, his story that he gave at the time just didn't
add
make
up.
any sense,
Yeah.
and it was just not believed.
Got it. At least the police saw through it.
They immediately, really quickly found incriminating evidence
Got it.
towards his son.
Boy was fucked from the get-go.
Including a pair of the son's shoes that had blood on them.
Oh! Strong start.
Yeah.
Strong start.
Yeah. They also found spots of blood really close to the house.
Okay.
And a blood-splattered shovel leaning against a tree. Man didn't even try and clean up the scene, okay? Did not even try. Investigators say that the son confessed to hitting the father in the head with a hammer a couple of times and then stabbing him a few more times.
Overkill.
Yeah. I don't know, that sounds like a hate thing to me.
That is...
See what I mean? Psychopath.
Yeah.
The reason, rumouredly, is because his father was making noises that James didn't like.
No.
Don't know what that means.
Metaphorically or...
No, like physically, I'm assuming.
I mean...
Just making sounds.
Okay.
Yeah?
Alright.
Okay.
What more can you say to that, honestly?
The son had a violent past.
Okay.
So not really a surprise to anyone.
I was gonna say.
He previously, in 2014, in June, had pled guilty to a felony domestic assault.
Oh, we love a wife beater.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
James's 7-year-old daughter had shown up at school.
Oh, not the kid.
Yeah, with a golf ball-sized knot on her head.
From where she'd been smacked around.
She told her teacher she had a headache as well. Shocking.
Honestly, I was going to say, you've got a golf ball on the size of your back of your head. Of course you got a headache.
Yeah. When the teacher had asked the daughter what had happened, obviously she's only 7, so I'm very much of the thing of believe the child.
Yeah.
Because at that age...
Oh, everything comes out of their mouth. They have no filter.
But also it's like, if it's like something really bad that they're saying, where would they have gotten it from?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
what a 7-year-old doesn't sit there and think, oh, I'm going to make it look like my daddy hits me, because they don't know the repercussions of that.
I'm going to say that I've gotten touched in this place.
Exactly. They don't have contextual.
Exactly. Where would they have gotten that from?
Yeah.
They would have gotten it from somewhere.
Probably
Proof,
from actual
or,
evidence.
Seeing it,
Yeah.
or that kind of thing. So yeah, very much of especially young children. Yeah.
Honestly,
for sure.
out the mouth of babes comes pure truth. Pure truth.
Or having seen it from somewhere, or
Yeah.
having told something horrific like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like it didn't just come from nowhere.
Yeah.
So
they have to have heard it or seen it from somewhere for it to be a thing.
yeah, but it's like I'm watching this program at the minute called The Fall.
I've heard about that. Is it good?
Yeah, it's alright, yeah. But the daughter keeps getting taken to the head teacher office at school because she keeps drawing really weird cursed shit.
Okay.
Like women being murdered and shit. But that's because her dad is the murderer. She ain't seen the murders, but the dad is always watching the news and stuff talking about the murders, you know.
And so she's been exposed to it that because the dad wants to... Jesus.
Yeah, so basically, yeah. So anyway, when asked what happened, she said that her father had picked her up, hung her by her feet, and lifted her over the stairs railing, and as that was for punishment for hiding some cereal. And while she was hanging, she was hanging upside down, she smacked her head on the railing.
That must have been a hard whack. On a railing.
Yeah. Remember, they live in a farmhouse, so I'd imagine it's like from thick wood. Maybe.
It might not even be wood, it might be like cast iron. But that indicates that she was fucking wriggling like shit to get free.
But she's also 7.
Yeah.
So she's only little.
Yeah. Damn. That explains the goose egg.
They also have a 5-year-old son and a 9-year-old older
Boy.
daughter. Yeah.
Daughter, okay. So 2 girls and a boy.
Yeah.
She's the middle child.
Yeah. The victim's 5-year-old brother and 9-year-old sister told investigators that their parents had been mad at the 7-year-old and that their father had said, "I'm sick of you lying," before hanging her over the railing by her feet. So him and his wife denied that happened.
Obviously.
But it's weird that all 3 children under the age of 10 all
said the
saw
same
it
thing.
and saying the same thing.
Because
So
where are you
children.
honestly going to get "my daddy dangled me over the staircase"?
Yeah, that's the
By
one
my
child
feet.
saying it, but the
Yeah.
other 2 children clearly have seen
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
and are saying the exact same story.
Yeah.
So,
Something's going on there if they're all saying it.
also, terrible, punishment for hiding cereal. Is that it?
Bro, punishment.
Well,
They hid the
crazy
cereal.
Anyway, yeah.
Get over yourself. Do you know how many times I hid my dad's car keys before work? It was a weekly basis
Yeah.
that I'd randomly hide my dad's car keys somewhere before work. This man was on a time crunch, and he still did not lose his temper with me. So, disproportionate punishment.
Yeah.
But then again, we're talking about somebody who killed somebody, so...
I don't really know much about what happens to the wife, but either way, he was charged with 2 felony charges.
Please tell me one of them is child abuse.
Including 1 count of malicious punishment of child and 1 of domestic assault. And that was a few years before the killing of his dad.
Okay.
It's, as far as we know, James Riley was not an abused child from his parents. There's no mention of it anywhere that he was ever abused. He's never said anything. The parents have never said anything. There was no signs or anything. He just genuinely seems like a psychopath.
Generally just grew up to be a nasty piece of shit.
Yeah, when he ended up confessing, Riley ended up telling the police, in his words, but I don't really trust what he says because he dangles his kids over balconies, so
So fair.
Alright.
Yeah. Not exactly a trustworthy...
No, that he said that his dad was getting meaner and meaner in his old age, and he claimed that his father would scream at his mother and wouldn't let her travel. But the mother, however, told investigators that that wasn't true, and that the son, Riley, obviously the one that killed the dad, was getting more and more difficult to get along with, and felt that he should have been given everything by his parents.
There goes that entitlement again.
He had also, in the past, previously expressed a desire to want to kill his dad. So that's what I mean. It should have probably been done as premeditated. He got the all clear from psychiatrists mentally.
This man checks out. He's just a murderer.
To make it worse,
oh jeez,
he actually killed his dad in front of his 3 children. So, yep.
Wow.
Yeah. What a guy.
That man just really gave no fucks.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Well, I suppose from the perspective of an abusive father, I mean, you aren't going to think you can beat them into silence. Let's be honest. He probably absolutely thought that he could beat those kids into silence.
Yeah, but to also kill their grandfather in front of them.
Traumatizing.
Don't get me wrong, a hammer and the knife. Great.
It's not great.
Yeah. So we have 1 understandable murder of self-defense to a terrible dad.
Interesting that the only one that was a valid murder was the woman.
Yeah. We have 1 self-righteous, pick me guy, what's daddy's money, that was literally it.
Greedy bitch.
Yeah. and then one just pure psychopath,
Honestly, that was some
domestic
psychopathic behaviour.
kid beating.
And it just seemed to be that
Insane
he was
guy.
just incredibly violent in every aspect of his life, really, wasn't he?
Yeah,
That was
Yeah.
honestly wild.
yeah. That was our 3 daddy deaths.
Wow.
I think Beatrice should have been set free.
I think-
Free Beatrice. I mean, it's a long time ago now, but, you know,
Yeah.
still.
Free Beatrice in her grave.
I wonder if she ever got a grave.
No, honey. I'll tell you right now.
Well, they were technically royalty, so I don't know.
No, they were
The
nobility.
the
They were
12
nobility.
Yeah, the
Not royalty.
12-year-old definitely probably wouldn't have gotten a grave if he was classed then as the slave.
But he wouldn't. They would. It's possible they would have got graves, but I query whether they were marked.
Beatrice.
I do query whether they would have been marked. Although maybe the village gave them like unofficial graves.
Oh shit, Beatrice did get buried
Nice.
at the Church of San Pietro in Montorio, Rome, in
Okay.
Italy.
I'm glad.
I don't know about the rest of her family.
Well, I mean, at least she got a grave.
Rip.
Rip the 12-year-old boy. Definitely didn't get a grave.
Rumouredly, every September 10th, Little Old Wives' Tale for Rome, is that every September 10th, the ghost of Beatrice Cenci appears on the St. D'Angelo Bridge where she got decapitated, carrying her bloodied head.
Right. Okay.
Just a little bit of haunting fear there.
Did you watch Most Haunted when you were younger?
My nana did, and it was always on her TV, and she was
I-
obsessed with it.
Used to watch it all the time.
I'm sorry, that Derek Okora, it was funny to me, because the Derek Okora guy, obviously he's passed away now, but it used to make me laugh, because he'd be like, I'm feeling the death of a woman, her name is Sarah, and then at the bottom the thing would pop up and it'd be like, there is no mention of this person ever existed. There is no one here called Sarah. So I like the way that they were always like, yeah, this guy's like a super good guy like this. He's like a supreme guy that like knows shit.
Yeah.
And then every single episode it was like, yeah, no, that's not.
So I remember
We found
once,
nothing.
I remember once we kicked my dad
So good.
upstairs. Kicked my dad upstairs for the evening to play Civilization. My mum and I must have been like,
People call
14?
it Civ, babe.
okay,
Everyone
alright.
calls it Civ.
Okay, am I fucking ADHD?
Okay, alright,
It's always been Civilization. Anyway, Mum and I were watching a live streaming of a Most Haunted episode, and it was one of those ones where you sent a text message in with like the camera and the time if you saw anything that they hadn't seen. And I remember being to my mum like, Mum, I saw something on camera 11. It was like an orb. And she was like, oh, the light's just messing with you. And I was like, no, please, like, send in a message. So she was like, oh, fine, it's only like 50p, like, we'll send in a message. We sent in a message, and then 40 minutes later, the team went down to that camera because apparently myself and lots of other people had reported seeing something on that camera. My mum was like, I'm never questioning you again. And I was like, thank you very much.
I'm sorry, on controversial opinion, I can't get into like orbs and shit. I do just think they're like lights.
My dad went through a phase of
Glares.
thinking he could see ghosts.
Yeah, it makes sense for your dad, to be fair.
But not willingly, because he hates the whole ghost orb thing, but Mum was absolutely fucking obsessed, so Mum would drag him around these haunted places and be like, Neil, do you see anything?
The thing is, it's just like, when it comes to like ghosts, I'm like, I won't say I'm like massively sciencey. I believe in ghosts, but the thing is, every other thing has to be ruled out before I will come to accept it's a ghost. And
That's
even
so
then,
fair. Yeah.
even then I will be like, eh. But I'm very much a person of like, we have souls. We're all individual.
Oh, for sure.
The souls
Something's
must go
got to
somewhere.
happen. Something's got
You know
to
what
happen.
I mean? I believe in like heaven and hell and shit. But like, I think the soul has to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's too unique.
Yeah. It
To
is a
not go
fingerprint to
somewhere.
every person, basically. Like,
So,
it must,
yeah.
something must happen.
And I do believe, especially if you've died very violently,
It's gonna leave a mark.
something like
Yeah.
could happen there. You know what I mean?
Or even if you were an incredibly, like, angry person and you were very violent in your lifetime, like, I do believe that, like, it can leave a mark. Like there's histories
It
of
can
like
give like bad
juju.
Yeah,
Yes,
no,
bad
like,
juju.
Yeah.
um,
I can understand that.
But it is interesting having watched it, just like the incredible things. Like it's not even like the hauntings that really had me watching it. It was the things that people had gone through in those buildings.
Yeah.
Like you'd be in the abandoned building and be like, oh yeah, by the way, this was an orphanage, and before it was an orphanage, it was a hospital, and then before it was a hospital, it was it was a building that was used to house incredibly contagious people who were thought to be dying.
Oh no, I'd be like, no, if it's like, oh, this used to be an abandoned like insane asylum, knock it down. Knock it down. Imagine all the bad juju that's in there.
So much, and all the bad shit that used to happen in fucking psychiatric asylums when, oh my god.
No, but I'm just saying, right, so...
When drilling holes in people's heads and waterboarding people was the method.
Hypothetically, if I'd ever have entered a building before,
yeah,
hypothetically
speaking,
that used to be, say, an asylum, and it was a scary experience in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
No, that place was, obviously nighttime makes things scarier anyway.
Honestly.
And also it just makes things look more scary. But, no, that was a bad vibe place.
Yeah.
But that place ended up getting torched a few years afterwards.
Marvellous. As it should be.
We hypothetically had been in there.
It should, in the hypothetical building, it should have been a pile of rubble. The second.
But no, I think
if you're not going to repurpose a place...
No, but the thing is, it's like...
Gone.
They do it for some, like, big murders or, like, serial killers. Like, a lot of serial killer houses get knocked down.
Yeah.
Because no one's gonna live there. Like...
But there's a thing in America that, like, a lot of, like...
Or they become,
buildings...
like, tourists' house.
Yes. But there's a thing in America where, like, there's literally... Like, I think it's, like, considered, like... a discount for violent crime, so you have to disclose if violent crime.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't.
Yeah, but like you get a discount for it.
I know.
And I'm like, brother, what do you mean I get a 15% discount because
no
someone was unalive?
Yeah.
Bro, it was wild. I was like, that's a no.
Because yeah, you'd have to live there knowing what had happened on that floor or wherever the fuck it was. No, but no, all places bad juju, knock them down.
Gone. Rebuild. Start again.
You can build something new on it.
Yeah. Build a new building.
Have the land be a bit cursed, but no.
But the actual building and the floors where it occurred would be gone, and that would be good, and the wood would be burnt, and fuck that. So on that bombshell, we went on a little tangent there. Apologies about that, boys. But yeah.
That was...
Patricide.
Yeah, daddy deaths.
Daddy deaths. I don't know why you insist on calling it. Is it just it's just because we had baby deaths?
Yeah, it's because it goes with baby deaths, yeah.
Every time you say daddy deaths, all I hear is stupid deaths. Stupid deaths.
Also, what a banger. They're funny because they're true. Stupid deaths. Hope next time it's not you.
Every time you say baby death or daddy death, all I can think of is that song, and it's driving me nuts.
But yeah, so I don't know what episodes we're doing next. We'll have to pick those.
We'll pick
after
those
after we do this episode.
Yes.
But yeah, tune in and we'll have another set, and then we've already got an idea for the next special episode, and yeah, that's us for today.
That is. We are done and dusted, boys and girls. Do not go any places with bad juju, and please refrain from murdering your fathers, no matter how valid it may be.
Yeah.
It just causes more problems for you.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
So true. Anyway, peace out, everybody.
I've been Beth.
I have been Becky.
Oh, this is BB True Crime. Thank
Adios.
you very much for listening.
Bye-bye.